Have you ever thought that a simple UAE Dirham coin, the same coin we use every day for taxis, groceries, or karak chai, could actually turn into a valuable treasure worth thousands of dollars? It sounds unbelievable, but it's 100% true. Around the world, rare coin collectors are desperately searching for specific UAE Dirham coins that look ordinary on the outside, yet carry hidden features that make them extremely valuable. These coins have become a hot topic in the numismatic world, and their demand is increasing every single year. Why are collectors so interested? Because the UAE Dirham is a relatively young currency, and unlike older coins from Europe or America, the UAE mints produce certain years in very small quantities. Some coins have minting errors, some have design variations, and some were released only for a limited time before being discontinued forever. This combination of low mintage, rare mistakes, unique Arabic calligraphy, and early UAE history makes these coins highly desirable. Collectors see them not just as money, but as pieces of history, snapshots from the early days of the Emirates, symbolizing growth, culture, and national identity. And the best part? Many people already have these coins lying in drawers, piggy banks, wallets, and old savings jars without knowing their real value. Because these rare 1 dirham coins were once in regular circulation, anyone could still find one today, which is why collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars for the right piece. In today's video, we're going to uncover the most valuable UAE Dirham coins you should look for. Coins that can turn a simple metal disc into life-changing money. So stay with me till the end, because the coin sitting in your pocket right now might be one of the rarest treasures in the coin world. Our first coin on the list is one that almost every collector talks about, but very few people actually find. The rare 2001 UAE Dirham coin has become one of the most sought-after modern coins in the Middle East, and its value has skyrocketed because of how hard it is to locate in good condition. This coin may look ordinary to someone who doesn't know much about numismatics, but for a serious collector, the 2001 Dirham is a major treasure. The reason behind its high value is simple and powerful. The 2001 mintage was extremely low compared to other years, which means very few pieces were ever released into circulation. When a coin has a low production year, collectors immediately recognize it as a potential jackpot, because survival rates are even lower, and most of the coins that were used back then are now damaged, scratched, or lost. Finding one in excellent or uncirculated condition is incredibly rare, and that rarity is what drives the price up. Another major reason collectors pay so much for this coin is that it represents an important period in UAE history. The early 2000s were a time of rapid economic growth and major transformation across the Emirates. And coins from this era hold emotional and historic value. Many collectors love the 2001 Dirham because it captures that early modern UAE identity through its Arabic calligraphy, traditional coffee pot design, and strong metallic shine. Some rare die variations and minor minting differences from 2001 also make certain pieces even more valuable, especially those with misaligned dies, weak strikes, or slight design shifts. These small errors can multiply the coin's price dramatically because error collecting is a big trend in the coin world right now. In today's international market, the 2001 UAE Dirham has sold for surprisingly high prices in some private collector sales. Clean and sharply struck pieces have gone for $500, $700, even $1,200 depending on quality, rarity, and demand at the time. And if a collector finds a coin with a noticeable minting error or unique variation, the same piece can cross $2,000 or more. This is why people across the UAE, Pakistan, India, and even Europe have started searching their old drawers and savings jars, hoping to find this elusive coin. It's a perfect example of how something that looks simple can actually be a hidden treasure, waiting to be discovered. And if you are lucky enough to find one, you might just be holding a coin worth far more than you ever imagined. The next coin on our list is the unbelievably rare 1995 UAE Dirham, a coin that many collectors consider one of the hardest modern dirhams to find in clean and original condition. What makes this year so special is that the mintage was extremely low, and for reasons still not fully clear, very few 1995 dirhams entered normal circulation. This scarcity has turned the coin into a mystery, a kind of hidden treasure that only appears occasionally in old collections, forgotten boxes, or long-kept savings jars. Most people who owned these coins spent them years ago without knowing their future value, which is why collectors today are willing to pay a premium to get even a single, well-preserved piece. Collectors are particularly interested in the 1995 Dirham because it represents a transitional period in UAE minting. Some die sets were changed, some metal batches were different, and some production lines had slight variations that make certain pieces stand out. These variations can include weak strikes on the traditional dala, coffee pot, slight misalignment in the Arabic text, or metal color differences caused by alloy inconsistencies. Each of these small variations increases the coin's desirability and pushes collectors to compete with one another, driving the price even higher. And because the number of surviving coins is extremely small, the demand keeps growing every year. Another big reason for its high value is simple. Almost nobody kept the 1995 dirham as a collectible back then. In the mid-1990s, the UAE was expanding rapidly, tourism was increasing, expats were arriving, and coin circulation was heavy. People spent and received coins daily without thinking about rarity or future value. The 1995 dirham disappeared into normal circulation, got scratched, damaged, or melted, and only a tiny fraction survived in collectible condition. That scarcity is what turns this coin into a real jackpot today. In the modern collector market, the 1995 UAE 1 dirham has fetched impressive prices. Normal circulated pieces can sell between $150 and $300, depending on condition and visibility of details. But uncirculated or near uncirculated examples, the ones with sharp edges, clean shine, and no surface marks, have sold for $700, $900, even $1,500 in private collector deals. If a coin includes a minting error, such as a double strike or off-center imprint, the price can easily reach $1,800 to $2,500 or more. This makes the 1995 dirham one of the biggest modern UAE surprises and a dream find for collectors worldwide. Anyone who discovers this coin in old savings or pocket change is holding a genuine rarity that could bring in a substantial amount of money. Our next rare treasure is the 1998 UAE 1 dirham, a coin that has quietly climbed the ladder of value among collectors and has now become one of the most desirable modern dirham issues. At first glance, the 1998 dirham looks completely normal, just like any other coin from the late 90s. But when experts began studying the coin's minting, data, and survival numbers, they quickly realized something unusual. The mintage for 1998 was surprisingly low, significantly lower than most surrounding years. That low production automatically made this coin a rarity, but what really boosted its value was the fact that very few people kept coins from that time, period, in clean, undamaged condition. Most were spent in daily transactions and eventually lost, melted, or heavily scratched. Collectors today are highly interested in this coin because it represents one of the quietest rarity years in UAE coinage. Unlike other rare coins that are well known, the 1998 dirham slipped under the radar for many years. It didn't get immediate attention, which means fewer people collected it early on. As a result, the number of surviving high-grade pieces is extremely small. And in the world of numismatics, when a coin is both under-recognized and under-preserved, its value shoots up faster than expected. Collectors now view it as a hidden gem, something that only careful and lucky searchers can find. Another reason for its rising worth is the presence of a few recorded minting anomalies in 1998 coins. Some pieces are known to have slightly thinner edges, while others show minor shift errors in the Arabic inscription. A few examples even display a lighter metallic tone due to alloy inconsistencies. These small variations make the 1998 dirham even more fascinating for collectors because each variation tells a story about how the coin was made and what happened inside the mint. During that year, error collectors especially are always on the lookout for these unique imperfections because they are willing to pay more for coins that stand out from the standard design. In the current market, the value of the 1998 UAE 1 dirham can range widely depending on its condition. A normal circulated piece can go for $80 to $150, but the real jump comes when the coin is found in excellent or near uncirculated condition. Sharp, clean, and well-preserved coins often sell for $300 to $600, and special pieces with mint errors or unusual variations can soar past $1,000. Some private collectors have even offered over $1,200 for the rarest, cleanest specimens. This coin's value continues to grow year after year, making it a smart and exciting find for anyone searching through old UAE coins. The next powerful and highly collectible coin on our list is the rare 2000 UAE 1 dirham, a year that has gained legendary status among collectors because of how few surviving pieces remain today. What makes this coin so interesting is that it practically vanished from circulation shortly after its release. Many experts believe that only a very limited batch of 2,000 dirhams was produced, and a large portion of them were used in government and institutional transactions instead of circulating widely among the public. This unusual distribution pattern created a massive shortage, and today the 2,000 dirham is one of the hardest coins to find in clean, collectible condition. Collectors are extremely interested in the 2001 dirham because it represents a turning point in UAE coin minting. Around this time, the country was updating production systems, adjusting metal standards, and preparing for changes in design and quality control. Because of this transitional phase, some 2,000 dirhams show slight inconsistencies in metal tone, alignment, and strike strength. These small minting differences make the coin even more valuable, especially to collectors who love variations and rare errors. Even the slightest imperfection, a misaligned die, a faint coffee pot outline, or an uneven rim can push this coin's price significantly higher. Another factor behind its high value is that very few people in the year 2000 kept UAE coins as collectibles. Saving coins for future value simply wasn't a trend yet. Most people spent their coins normally, and as the UAE economy grew rapidly, older coins were removed from circulation or worn down through heavy use. By the time collectors began paying attention, the 2000 dirham had already become extremely scarce. This natural disappearance is one of the main reasons the coin is now treated as a hidden treasure among Middle Eastern numismatists. In the present collector market, the 2000 UAE 1 dirham can fetch impressive prices. Circulated pieces usually sell for $120 to $200 depending on condition, but uncirculated or lightly circulated coins can go much higher, often reaching $400 to $800. The rarest specimens, especially the ones with visible minting variations or errors, have been known to sell for $1,000 to $1,500 in private auctions. Some collectors have even offered more, because they believe the price of early UAE coins will increase significantly in the future as the country's history becomes even more valuable to the global numismatic community. The 2000 dirham is truly a disappearing coin and one that slipped through the cracks of time and now shines as a premium collector's prize. If someone finds this coin today, they are holding a rare piece of UAE monetary history that can bring in a surprisingly high amount of money. The next coin on our list is the rare and increasingly valuable 1997 UAE 1 dirham, a coin that has surprised many collectors with how fast its price has risen over the last few years. At first, nobody paid much attention to this year because it looked like just another normal dirham from the late 90s. But as collectors began reviewing mintage data, survival numbers, and real circulation patterns, the truth started to emerge. The 1997 dirham is actually one of the most underappreciated and undersaved coins of its time. Today it has become a major target for collectors across the UAE, India, Pakistan, Europe, and the Gulf region. One of the biggest reasons for the rising value of the 1997 dirham is its unexpectedly low availability in the market. Even though the mintage was not the lowest in history, the number of surviving coins in good condition is extremely small. Most 1997 dirhams were heavily circulated and used for everyday purchases. During a period when the UAE economy was rapidly expanding, public transportation, small shops, restaurants, and markets all heavily relied on coins. As a result, most 1997 pieces ended up scratched, worn, or lost over time. Very few people had the habit of saving coins back then, which makes untouched or well-preserved coins from this year exceptionally rare today. Collectors love this coin because it captures a very specific moment in UAE economic history. In the late 90s, the nation was transitioning from traditional systems into a booming modern economy. The 1997 dirham still carries the classic Dala coffee pot design, representing tradition, but its sharp Arabic calligraphy shows the modern minting style developing at that time. This combination of classic and modern elements gives it strong cultural and collectible value. Some pieces from 1997 also show very subtle minting differences, lighter edge thickness, slightly shifted alignment, or softer strike marks. And these tiny variations make the coin even more appealing to specialists who collect mint errors and die varieties. When it comes to market value, the 1997 UAE 1 dirham has seen a dramatic jump. Normal circulated pieces can sell between $70 and $150 depending on how readable the design is. But high-grade pieces, especially the ones with full details, sharp edges, and clean surfaces, can reach $300 to $600 easily. A few collectors have paid over $800 for near uncirculated examples. And if someone discovers a 1997 dirham with a minting error, such as an off-center strike or double impression, and the price can exceed $1,200 to $1,500 or more. This makes the 1997 dirham a powerful sleeper coin, quiet, underestimated for years, and suddenly very valuable. The 1997 UAE Dirham is a perfect example of how coins that look ordinary can secretly become $1,000 collectibles. If you happen to find this year in your old savings, it might be much more valuable than you ever expected. The next extraordinary coin on our list is the rare and heavily demanded 1996 UAE Dirham. This coin has become one of the biggest surprises in the UAE coin collecting world because of how few pieces still exist in clean and collectible condition. When collectors talk about low survival rate coins, the 1996 dirham almost always enters the conversation. It is a coin that circulated heavily during its time, but was barely saved by anyone. And today that lack of preservation has turned it into a hidden jackpot. One of the strongest reasons collectors are so interested in the 1996 dirham is that it belongs to one of the most heavily used eras of UAE currency. During the mid-90s, coins were essential for transportation, markets, cafeterias, and day-to-day purchases. This heavy circulation caused extreme wear and tear on almost every coin produced in those years. Most 1996 dirhams became scratched, dented, or lost, and only a tiny number made it into the hands of collectors. That makes a clean 1996 coin incredibly rare. Even finding one with moderate wear is difficult, which is why collectors are willing to pay premium prices for any well-preserved piece. Another factor that adds to its value is the unique metal and striking characteristics associated with this year. Some 1996 coins show slight differences in metal shine, rim thickness, or strike intensity. These small variations are the result of mint adjustments that took place during the mid-90s as the UAE improved its coin production systems. Coins with noticeable variations are especially prized because they represent mint trials or early production differences that were never repeated. These tiny details are like fingerprints. They make each coin unique and increase its collectible value. The 1996 dirham also holds historical importance because it reflects the rapid development phase of the UAE. During this time, new infrastructure, residential areas, and industries were expanding across the country. Many collectors love owning coins from this era because these coins represent the UAE's transformation from a developing economy to a global hub. The classic Dala coffee pot design, combined with the aging metal look of surviving pieces, gives the coin a strong cultural and nostalgic appeal. It is both a historical artifact and a monetary collectible. As for market value, the 1996 UAE dirham has become increasingly expensive. Circulated pieces in average condition can sell for $60 to $120, depending on where. Coins in better condition often climb to $200 or even $350. But the real value lies in high-grade specimens. A sharp, nearly uncirculated 1996 dirham can command $500 to $900, especially if it has strong detail and clean surfaces. Coins with minting errors, such as double strikes, misalignment, or metal streak variations, can go far beyond that range, sometimes fetching $1,200 to $1,600 in private sales. Collectors expect the value of the 1996 dirham to rise even higher in the future because its supply is so limited. The 1996 UAE dirham is truly a rare survivor from a heavily circulated era. Anyone who discovers this coin today is holding a piece of UAE monetary history that carries both emotional and financial value. The next remarkable and highly valuable coin on our list is the ultra-rare 1994 UAE dirham, a year that has become shockingly difficult to find in today's market. Many collectors across the Middle East and Asia consider the 1994 dirham one of the biggest hidden treasures of UAE coinage because it has almost vanished from public circulation. When coin experts examined how few pieces were actually available, they realized that this year is far more valuable than most people ever imagined. One of the biggest reasons for its high demand is the extremely low survival rate. The 1994 dirham was produced at a time when coins were being used continuously and aggressively in everyday transactions. Public transportation, restaurants, markets, and small shops relied heavily on coins back then, which means that most 1994 pieces suffered heavy wear. They became scratched, dulled, damaged, or completely worn out. Very few people had the habit of collecting coins in the early 90s, so almost no one saved these coins in mint or near mint condition. As a result, the number of collectible 1994 dirhams today is extremely small, making it one of the strongest rarity years in modern UAE history. Another fascinating reason collectors chase this coin is its historical timing. The mid-90s marked a critical phase in the UAE's economic rise. Cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi were rapidly expanding. International businesses were entering the country, and tourism was increasing. The 1994 dirham captures this transformational period perfectly through its classic design and early modern minting style. Holding this coin feels like holding a piece of the UAE's early growth, which gives it emotional and cultural value far beyond its face value. Collectors are also attracted to certain subtle variations in minting, characteristics that appear in some 1994 pieces. While not every coin has an error, a few known examples include slightly off-center strikes, weak impressions, and small differences in rim thickness. These details may look small to a non-expert, but for serious collectors, they are worth paying extra money for. Error coins from early UAE. Minting years often sell for surprisingly high prices because they're seen as unique, one-time occurrences that will never be reproduced. When it comes to pricing, the 1994 UAE 1 dirham has seen a dramatic rise in value. A circulated coin in standard condition can sell for $80 to $150, depending on its clarity and markings. Better quality pieces can easily reach $250 to $450. But the real shock comes with high-grade or near-uncirculated coins. These rare survivors can sell for $600, $900, even $1,200. And the highest value? Error pieces have been known to exceed $1,500 to $2,000 in private collector transactions. The value continues rising each year. Because more collectors are now actively searching for early UAE dirhams, the 1994 UAE 1 dirham is a disappearing relic from an important decade in UAE history. If someone finds this coin today, they may be holding one of the rarest and most valuable modern dirhams ever made. And that brings us to the end of our journey through some of the most valuable and rare UAE 1 dirham coins ever discovered. These small pieces of metal may look ordinary, but inside each one lies a story of history, culture, scarcity, and unexpected value. Many people walk around every day with these coins in their pockets, without realizing that one of them could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That is the magic of coin collecting. The biggest treasure can sometimes come in the smallest shape. So before you spend your next dirham, take a moment to check its year, its details, and its design. Because who knows? You might be holding a coin that collectors worldwide are desperately searching for. And if today's video helped you learn something new, inspired you, or made you check your old savings box, then make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more rare coin discoveries. Thank you so much for watching. Stay curious, keep exploring your coins, and maybe the next rare dirham worth thousands of dollars will be found by you. Until next time, take care and keep collecting.